Selfishness withers and dies beneath Calvary, by John MacDuff. For even Christ did not please himself. Romans 15:3. Too legible are the characters written on the fallen heart and a fallen world. All seek their own. Selfishness is the great law of our degenerated nature. When the love of God was dethroned from the soul, self vaulted into the vacant seat, and there, in some one of its ever-changing shapes, continues to reign. Jesus stands out for our imitation as a grand solitary exception in the midst of a world of selfishness. His entire life was one of abnegation of self, a beautiful living embodiment of that love which seeks not her own. Ah, how different is the spirit of the world! With how many is day after day only a new oblation to that idol self, pampering their own wishes and envying and grieving at the good of a neighbour, thus engendering jealousy, discontent, peevishness, and every kindred and holy passion. But you have not so learned Christ. Reader, have you been sitting at the feet of him who pleased not himself? Are you dying daily, dying to self as well as to sin? Are you animated with this as the high end and aim of existence, to lay out your time and talents and opportunities for God's glory and the good of your fellow men, not seeking your own interests, but rather relinquishing these, if by doing so another will be made holier and your Saviour honoured? Christ's denial of self had about it no repulsive austerity, and you can evidence its holy influence and sway by innumerable little offices of kindness and goodwill, taking a generous interest in the welfare of others, or engaging in schemes for the mitigation of human misery. Avoid ostentation, which is only another repulsive form of self. Be eager to be in the shadows. Sound no trumpet before you. The evangelist Matthew had a great banquet for Jesus at his house, but in his gospel he says not one word about it. Seek to live more constantly and habitually under the constraining influence of the love of Jesus. Selfishness withers and dies beneath Calvary. Ah, believer, if Christ had pleased himself, where would you have been this day?